Jofra Archer into the bowling.
I think Narayan's gamble hasn't paid off as yet. Cameron Delport is the new batsman. Well, he's come in because Shahid Afridi, a big wicket. The intention was right. He was looking to go over extra cover. Just didn't get the elevation. Good work by the man at extra cover.
Well, he's struggling. You can see Sunil Narayan in the last over missed out on 4 opportunities to get bat on ball, and on that occasion also not really timing it. And that'll give that Jofra Archer the extra fillip. Mentally he needs 23 wickets only into his 22nd match. Wonderful. He generates a lot of pace. Oh, that's short. That's way over the head of the batsman. 1 for the over the shoulder.
Impressed with this young man. Yeah, that's 1 for the over, but quite young, generates good pace. Narayan thought that was a wide. He was just avoiding it, letting it bounce over him. Well, my goodness, he almost touched 150. It's Mohammad Sami and Roy are the other two. And this time he manages to just clear the man at mid-on. And he will get a boundary, will make him feel better.
It's a lot of the nerves. They were under the caution, losing 2 early wickets, and even just tantalizingly close to that diving fielder. But thankfully for the Dhaka Dynamites batters, it went through for 4 runs. Well, he's happy that the bowler did manage to induce a shot of indiscretion and almost went to hand. The Khulna fielders will have to really be on their toes. Any opportunity. They've done well in the first 2 overs. Keep the pressure on. Mashed that, but straight to the fielder. No chance of a run there at all.
Missing out on opportunities, I can tell you. Now that he should have been looking to put away over extra cover or through extra cover. Plenty of vacant spaces, as we all know, in the power plays. And Sunil Narayan has used up 10 deliveries for his 5. Last ball of the over.
Again, he misses. Real hoik at that one. Sails to 141 kilometers per hour. 3 overs done. 10 for 2.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
ও তো ক্যাডেট কলেজে ফার্স্ট বয় ছিল কোন ক্যাডেট
ময়মনসিং ক্যাডেট কলেজ
কিন্তু ময়মনসিং ক্যাডেট তো মেয়েদের কলেজ
ভিটামিন এ এর বাড়তি সুরক্ষাযুক্ত সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল যা ওমেগা 3 ও 6 এর পারফেক্ট ব্যালেন্স এবং বেটা ক্যারোটিন সমৃদ্ধ সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল কিছু বাড়তি ভালোর জন্য
সোয়াদিকা
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকিট জেতার সুযোগ এছাড়া পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ রবি সিনেমা
And again, now this Delport joins in what Narayan was doing, just standing his ground, throwing his bat at it, not making an effort to go into the line.
Well, the asking rate is now climbing, but that's still not out of Dhaka Dynamite's reach. But I think what this pair is trying to do, they're just looking to pass the bowling. But I believe the approach can be different. Maybe look to play a different role here.
That's better. Compact shot, but again finds the fielder. Yeah, you're talking about the asking rate going up. You've got to remember that when the Khulna team batted, they had only 47 runs in the first 10 and then another 120 odd in the next 109 runs in the second 10 overs. So it's possible, but they have to hang on to the wickets. The men to come, Shakib Al Hasan, Nadir Chaudhary, Mosaddeq Hussain, Shoaib. Oh, that would have been avoided, just went for it, didn't quite time it, gets himself a single.
I think they need to get into a proper rhythm. Just swinging at everything. They need to try and look to initially rotate the strike. Just try and get into some sort of rhythm here. Just swinging, missing, and not timing, not finding the gaps. And as a result of result of it, plenty of dot balls have been offered.
I think the bowlers are doing a good job. They're just sticking to the lines and lengths, keeping it simple, not trying anything out of the ordinary, and spade off. Out of 21 balls, 16 dot balls. That tells you a story, doesn't it? Just the 3 singles and a couple of boundaries. And tries that slower Yorker. That's spade off. The batsman looks up inquiringly at the umpire, but it's just within that guideline.
That's not a wide. That is definitely not a wide. This is excellent bowling. They're making it difficult. They're creating a lot of pressure up the order. They've dismissed 2 frontliners. They got Sunil Narayan struggling. Delport Justin hasn't got his timing of feet moving, so Dhaka has a lot of work to do.
Gafil Islam tries to bowl another slower one. This time he latches onto it, even not really getting hold of it, and only a single the result.
Narayan's strategy or Narayan's style has been to just swing from where he is. Really looks to hit on the up, very little feet movement, and generally aimed at one shot. Generally look to go through extra cover, look to go straight. So as a result of it, I believe his options are limited in terms of run making.
Delport on strike now. There's some protection in the deep backward square and deep mid wicket. Those are the 2 boundary riders in these power play overs. Gafil Islam with the last ball. Tries that wideish delivery again, and it's hit away, but it's been covered there at mid-off, and a single to finish the 4th over. It's 13 for 2.
সাথে রাখো সব সময় সেন্টার ফ্রেশ সিনেমা সেন্টার ফ্রেশ ম্যাজিক অফ ফ্রেশনেস একটু হিসাব করে চলতে হয় পিক আওয়ার সিম তো সকালে এটা দুপুরে এটা রাতে এটা কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসাব
বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সঙ্গে চালু করলে টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস বাংলা লিংক ও একদিন মানুষের মতো মানুষ হবে তাই ওর জন্য আমরা নিয়ে এসেছি মাত্র 10 টাকায় সেরা স্বাদে নাম্বার 1 পুষ্টি প্রতিদিন স্বাদে ভরা সেরা পুষ্টি
এখন গান শোনো কোনো ইন্টারনেট চার্জ ছাড়া
Yonder Music. Download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
Being very easy to negotiate this time around. He's bowled him. Jofra Archer. What a beautiful delivery. His first over, he got the measure of the batsman.
Another almost perfect Yorker. This time it comes off the boot, ricochets into the stumps at an important wicket. They won't check the nobody. Cameron Dalport dismissed for 2. 13 for 3. Dhaka Dynamites.
যখন আপনার সাথে আছে হিরো i3s প্রযুক্তি তখন সাশ্রয় হবে জ্বালানি আর সঞ্চয় হবে টাকা এটি স্মার্ট
You're a real beauty.
Oppo F5 capture the real you বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক এয়ারটেলে ফিরে আসলেই 20 জিবি বোনাস এয়ারটেল অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ 1 কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া আর 2 আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো আপনার
What a delivery. A no ball, yes. Maybe just extending himself there. Jofra Archer, 152.2. How about that, folks? That is some serious heat. Yes, he was just over. Well spotted by the umpire. And this is what he did the previous delivery at 144.7. Crashed into the stumps off the boot. Very close to 100 miles an hour the next delivery. 94.5 miles an hour. 152.2 Ks.
He works up some serious pace and he really just ambles in. He doesn't like sprinting. Shot! That's a good cricket shot. It was full and outside the off stump. Nobody back on the offside boundary. And Shakib helps himself to the first boundary of his innings.
Good delivery, Tino. It wasn't the worst at all. It was up there, it was quick again, and Shakib just dug it out, timed it well and placed it. Still inside the power play, so there's no protection outside the 30-yard circle. Shakib al-Hassan now picks up a boundary. Remember, if he gets an over boundary here, it will be his 100th in T20 cricket. Another lovely shot, another boundary. Shakib al-Hassan has come in with a reply to the Khulna Titans. I'm the captain, I'm in charge, it's my stadium. Let the crowd start chanting again.
Yeah, that's an even better shot. You can see those two men, one just in front of point and one behind, and he had to thread it through them and did so successfully. So, speedy start to his innings. Shakib moves on to 8 just from 3 balls.
Back comes Jofra. A quick delivery. What a contest this is turning out to be. 23 for 3. They've been rocked early. Big crowd here has been silenced. And look at those speeds in this over. That, I would reckon, is the fastest ball of the tournament this year, 152.2. Or at least one of the fastest. Narayan still hasn't found his feet. He hasn't been asked to open so far. It's a trend we saw in the Big Bash, then in the Caribbean Premier League, the Trinbago Knight Riders, and of course the KKR in the IPL. He's done it a lot, but this time he was suddenly thrown in this particular game. He hadn't done it all tournaments so far. Wondering if it was quite necessary with the likes of Afridi and Evan Lewis already there. Maybe he has a new role to play now, Sunil Narayan. 5 gone, 24 for 3.
একটু হিসাব করে চলতে হয় পিক আওয়ার সিম তো সকালে এটা দুপুরে এটা রাতে এটা কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসাব
বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সবটি চালু করলেই টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সা 1 পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস বাংলা লিংক
ভাই তুমি চা বানাই দিলা
এক কাপ চাই যদি বানাই খাওয়াতে না পারি কমিশনার হওয়ার পরে কি করব ভাই
তুমি যেরকম নাম্বার 1 তোমার চাও কিন্তু নাম্বার 1
এমন নাম্বার 1 মানুষদের জন্যই নাম্বার 1 চা পাতা কন্ডেন্স মিল্ক আর চিনির দুর্দান্ত কম্বিনেশনে 1 কাপ নাম্বার 1 চা নাম্বার 1 এর জয় সব সময় জোর জবরদস্তি only ultra gliding cool shaving foam the real smooth experience প্রতি শেভে cool real man কখনো জোর খাটায় না
Akila Dhananjaya comes in. His 20 over career, 32 wickets. Last over of power play. That's big from Sunil Narayan. Has he got enough of it? Probably not to clear. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! Mahmudullah's taken a few in this tournament. That's outstanding. He was going the wrong way, over his shoulder. I was just about to say Sunil Narayan's done enough. He hadn't. What about that catch, Tino?
We saw 2 match-winning catches from him a couple of matches ago. But this one, in my opinion, has been the best of the tournament so far. Had to run back and make sure he kept his eye on the ball. Had to dive, and what a brilliant catch. And Sunil Narayan goes. He struggled for a 7. 4 now, Dynamites.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে এক ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
লাক্স নিয়ে এলো পারফিউমের এক অবিস্মরণীয় সৃষ্টি পারফিউম বিউটি অয়েলের এক অনন্য মিশ্রণ যার পারফিউম থাকে বহুক্ষণ নতুন লাক্স পারফিউমড সোপ কালেকশন সৌরভ এমন রবে বহুক্ষণ
This is sunshine smile makes you feel this way
সৌদিকে থাই ভাষা
যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকিট জেতার সুযোগ। এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ। রবি
Up a wicket of his very first delivery. Consolidation phase now, but the reason why Johorul is out there is because of this fantastic catch by Mahmudullah. Didn't make it look spectacular because he didn't tumble all over the place. It wasn't one of those one-handed efforts. Those catches can be underrated sometimes, but if you look at the ground he covered, going the wrong way, kept his eye on the ball, just perfect.
And what people can't see in that replay as well is the fact that there's a lot of cloud up here. It's white. It's not easy to pick that ball up with that kind of a background. But as you say, and rightly so, the distance that he covered kept his eye on the ball and kept those arms straight after taking the catch so the ball doesn't pop out. Little spin, bounce. Nice.
Yeah, now you can have a look at it. Running, 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 running. Eye on ball, takes it. Doesn't do anything dramatic. Just takes it. He just needs to take it. That's all. Skipper Mahmudullah has done it before in the tournament. He's doing it again. With bat, ball, and in the field. Just one maiden over in the tournament so far. Mashrafi Mortaza. Could this be the second? Shakib denies him that. Unless he got run out there. But it will be the lowest power play score at AKS 2017. Just 25 for the loss of 4 in 6.
অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ। এক, কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া। আর দুই, আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো। আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো?
একটু হিসেব করে চলতে হয়। বিকাশ সিম তো সকালে এটা, দুপুরে এটা, রাতে এটা, কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসেব।
বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সংযোগ চালু করলে টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সায় পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে। আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস। বাংলা লিংক
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র ইলেকট্রিক আর্ক ফার্নেসে পরিশোধনের পর তৈরি হয় সহনীয় স্টিল AKS।
সৌদিকে থাই ভাষা
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো
Play score in the tournament. 76. That's a good shot. That is a good shot. It's been a one-man show for the Dhaka Dynamite so far, and it's been their captain, Shakib Al Hassan.
Well, they've lost the top brass of their batting order, and he's going to have to come out here and play a captain's innings. Not too much width there. Nicely played. Waited for it and found that gap between backward point and the third man, and a welcome boundary. Certainly going to need more of those, but he's going to have to make sure that as he hits those boundaries, he makes sure that he stays in the middle, pushes the ball around as well, like that.
There's plenty of batting to come. That's been the story. The 4 wickets have really cost them, and there haven't been too many boundaries. Just not enough. What do you expect in a power play? It's been a bowling power play for the Khulna Titans. Looking a little quiet. Spectacular supporters. Johorul to play to keep Shakib company. Still Mossadegh to come, big Kyron Pollard to come. Hasn't been setting the stands on fire so far. This could be his opportunity. They've got a huge squad at the Dhaka Dynamites. Only 11 can play at one time. Brathwaite comes back well after being hit for a boundary first ball.
I'll tell you what, he's bowled particularly well throughout the tournament as well, Gautam. And I I remember the game in Sylhet when they played against Dhaka. As we look at the batsmen to come, Nadif, Osadek, and the big hitting Karen Pollard, they certainly might be needed to execute some big hits today. But we were just talking about Carlos Brathwaite and how important he's been with the ball as well. Got some important wickets in the middle of the innings for Corner Titans throughout the tournament. There's some really good overs in the game 2 days ago as well. Good Yorkers in the middle overs, mixed it up, some good slow balls. So, other than the big hitting we've seen at the end of the innings today and in the previous game, he's certainly proving his worth with the ball as well. Excited, Kulna fans in the stands, and why not? A team firmly in control.
That's a clever shot. Unless Kulna can pull out these catches from nowhere. Oh, Jarul must have been wondering for a moment. Manages to get a boundary there. The end of 7 overs. 34 for 4. The Dhaka Dynamites. Dakabir Hassan on 15. Johorul just hit that boundary with that lap shot. And I guess the Dhaka Dynamites, time to reassess in the Bosundhara LP Gas strategic timeout.